welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into the world of sports betting in Senegal. We've gone through the research from sources like betplace.us to bring you a super clear guide on the best platforms out there. So let's get right into it. Okay, let's kick things off with a pretty powerful number. The gambling market across Africa is set to grow by over 7.5% every single year. That's not just a small trend, folks. That is a massive wave. And it shows you just how fast this whole industry is blowing up. Which, of course, brings us to our main focus. With all that incredible growth happening, what does it actually look like on the ground in Senegal? What do you really need to know if you're curious about getting in on the action? All right, in this first part, we're going to break down the absolute essentials. The legal stuff, what sports people are actually betting on, and how you can place your bets. So the first big choice you'll face is whether to bet online or go to a physical betting shop. And honestly, the difference is night and day. Online platforms give you a huge leg up on convenience. I mean, you can bet from literally anywhere. Plus, you get way more options and all these bonuses that you just won't find walking into a shop. So what about the rules? Well, the most important thing to know is that Senegal has a really well-regulated market. The Gaming Control Commission, or GCC, keeps an eye on everything. You got to be 18, and here's a huge plus. Players don't pay any tax on their winnings. And yeah, you can access international sites, but the whole system has a solid legal foundation. It's probably no surprise that football is king here, but it's not the only game in town. Basketball and volleyball get a lot of action too. But here's what's really unique to Senegal, the passion for traditional wrestling, or la lutte. It's more than just a sport, it's a massive cultural event and a huge deal for bettors. All right, let's get to the main event. Which sites are the best of the best? We're going to take a look at the leading platforms that consistently get top marks in all the research. Hey, just a quick heads up here. We're just going to highlight a couple of the heavy hitters today. If you want the complete, in-depth breakdown from betplace.us, the full list is linked right down in the description for you. First up, we've got a platform that you'll see at the top of pretty much every list, and for some very good reasons. 1xBet. I mean, just look at the numbers. The scale of 1bet is just wild. Over 400,000 active users and a score that's nearly perfect. But it's the features that really make it a standout, with modern stuff like a betting exchange and crypto payouts that just make it a total powerhouse. Next up is Melbet. This is a platform that the research constantly points to because of its rock-solid reputation and reliability. It's known as a trusted site. And, this quote from the analysis pretty much says it all. When people are looking for a site they can really count on, Melbet's name pops up again and again for its security and its awesome mobile app, which, as we're about to see, is a really big deal. And taking a look at their stats, you can see exactly why. A super high score of 4.7, over 100,000 users, and all the key features that put it right up there with the best. And one thing that's really cool is their app support. They've got you covered on Android, iOS, and even Windows, which is great for accessibility. So, we've seen a couple of the top players, but why are they the best? What actually makes a betting site great? Let's break down the key things you should be looking for. Think of this as your personal checklist for finding a quality platform. Since so much betting happens on our phones these days, the app experience is absolutely critical. You want something that's clean and easy to use. Live, in-play betting is a must-have for that real-time excitement. And of course, rock-solid secure payments and a huge range of betting markets are completely non-negotiable. And speaking of payments, check this out. This gives you a great idea of the options in Senegal. Sure, you've got your usual cards and bank transfers, but look at the mobile money options. Services like Orange Money and Airtel Money give you instant deposits and instant withdrawals. That speed is an absolute game changer. So what's another huge factor? Bonuses. This chart really shows you just how big of a deal they can be. Welcome bonuses are one of the main ways these sites compete with each other. And as you can see, sites like OneBettingBet and BetWinner are offering some seriously generous incentives to get you started. But listen, all the cool features and big bonuses in the world mean absolutely nothing if a site isn't safe and secure. You should always look for SSL encryption, that's what protects your data, and a proper license that guarantees fair play. Good customer support and responsible gambling tools, those are the signs of a site that actually cares about its players. Okay, let's bring this all home. We've looked at the market, the top sites, and what makes them tick. So here's what you really need to remember. At the end of the day, it really just boils down to this. Find a secure platform that has the features you actually want, whether that's live streaming, a specific sport, or those instant mobile payments. The best site is simply the one that fits your style. So, quick recap. Senegal's betting scene is booming, and it's properly regulated. The big players like 1xBet and Melbet really set a high bar for features and security. And whenever you're checking out a site, make sure you look at their mobile app, their payment options, and their customer support. And one last time, you can find our full source list from BetBuddies US right in the description. And that kind of leaves us with one final thing to think about. We're already seeing things like crypto payments pop up. So as new tech like AI gets more involved, how is that going to change the game? What new features are we going to see? It's definitely something to keep an eye on. And that's a wrap for this explainer. If you want to dive even deeper, the complete list and analysis from betplace.us is waiting for you in the description below. Thanks for watching.